Women cheat too, but there's some women just do it better. Like y'all would never know.
That's the crux of it.
Emotions just get the best of us, and we'll just come out. You can never get a woman to tell on herself. She ain't gonna ever. Nope, I ain't do it. You caught me. Was I bent over? Then I ain't do it.
I know women that will take it to the grave, bro.
Men, we can break you so easily.
Yes.
I'm not gonna be mad. Just
Okay, I did it.
Lay the cards on the table. Just let me know. If you let me know, I know how to deal with it. And when I know how to deal with it, let's just move on. But at least I just gotta know. And y'all dumbasses come and say, "Well, yeah."
Yeah, I did it. I've been in that conversation. I've been there.
You've been there?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did it.
I would love to be a fly on that wall.
So, wow. All right, so let's go to respectful cheating. So, the old school mentality is like, yo, long as
home is taken care of.
Yeah, home is taken care of, and he don't bring that here. He come home to me every night.
That's the old school mentality. It worked for them 50 years ago. We ain't having it nowadays. The old school men used to have complete families on the other side of town.
Wow.
On the other side of the neighborhood in another state, and you knew nothing about it until it was time to go to their funeral. And all the kids was like, "Oh yeah, that was my father too."
Oh shoot.
It wasn't that it was uncommon, but nowadays y'all not letting these men live. Y'all letting their wives know. No, he got 2 here, 2 there. I'm across the street.
Hello. Welcome to the Millennial Minded Podcast with Marquise.
And Jeeah.
With Jeeah, and I think we're episode 26.
27.
27?
27.
Episode 27. And we got some interesting things to talk about today that kind of coincides with a DM that I had received.
Okay.
This past week. So we'll get into that.
All right.
Anything trending for you?
Did anybody get into the 100 days?
100 days.
The presidential address?
I don't know if people did.
If you did, the Biden had the his first 100 days in office. It kind of looked like a review to me.
Mm-hmm.
And as he was speaking and all of the plans that he has, lets us know that President Biden has control over absolutely
nothing.
Everything goes through Congress. Every bill that he asked to be passed, every piece of paper that needed to be signed, said, "Congress, put it on my desk. Congress, I'm waiting on you to put it on my desk. Congress, I'm waiting for you to vote on it. Congress, I'm waiting on you guys to pass on it. Come on, Congress." So y'all are mad at Biden. Don't be mad at Biden. Be mad at Congress, because Congress...
They're holding them up.
Congress is the HNICs, HCICs. Congress is in charge of every bill that y'all are seeking for Joe Biden to sign and approve. It has to go through Congress. Nothing. He has absolutely control over nothing.
That sucks.
Besides him, his wife, and them damn dogs.
I wonder if he's gonna make any executive orders like Trump did, then just pushed up through on his own.
Trump was tired of Congress. He was like, "Oh, y'all want to play with me?" That's why everybody loved Trump, because he was like, "I ain't playing with Congress tonight, and I need you to just adopt a little bit of Trump, just a little touch, just rub off a little bit," because Trump wasn't playing with Congress.
With Congress, yeah. I saw that Supreme Court is actually, at least in the state of New York, they're revisiting the gun carrying case.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, at least for New York State, people are saying, homicide's been going up, suicide, robberies in the neighborhood, and they deserve the right to carry concealed weapon outside of the home and not just in the home. That's for the first time in a long time. because they've been rejecting that case for years.
Oh, wow.
Cuomo's been rejecting it as well. He's saying that's not constitutional, that you need to carry a gun outside your home. But that they're revisiting it, so I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
I would like to be able to carry a gun outside the house just in case something pop off. So that would be cool. My friend said when I told the story, he saw the story about him getting jumped. He said, "You're very funny."
I wasn't meant to be comical. I was serious, Pumpkin. I want you to be safe. You got a wife. I would hate for my husband to have to get jumped in front of me.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be, yeah. That's demoralizing. But he did say it's not really an African American sport if he was whipping tail for 7 games straight. You told him to go play volleyball.
Yeah. Well, you from Jersey though. So
yeah,
sure.
Jersey,
y'all, what's he, Italian?
He's Irish.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord. Y'all let an Irish boy play basketball? I'm sorry, Pumpkin. You had that coming.
When he first told me, I'm like, what did you do, man? What did you do to get jumped? And he just played basketball and was beating him. I'm like, hey, that's a good reason.
You know, in Jersey, we
yeah, man.
We don't play in Jersey. So you learned that technique and tried to take it down.
At Arlington, Texas, and you paid the price for it. But that's neither here nor there. What else? Oh, I didn't do justice to, let me find it, to Elon Musk. I had brought it up last episode and I didn't get into good detail about it, but I just researched it this week.
Okay.
We're talking about artificial intelligence, yes, and putting a chip in, and you said you're not taking the chip at all, right?
I'll be what Jesus before
before those days come.
The mark of the beast.
It might, yeah, very well might happen. So I don't know if you remember the singer Tone, the gospel singer.
Yes, I remember him.
Okay. So
go ahead. I remember him for something else, but go ahead.
Okay. He's out there. He was ahead of his time to be artist wise, creator wise.
Okay.
And he had wrote a song called Neuralink, and that was his brand or company, music company name, Neuralink. And one of the verses, he said, rappers not going to be rapping about their bling and chips anymore. They're going to be rapping about, I have 50 million with this chip in my hand.
Oh, wow.
And that was 2004. The guy, Elon Musk, his company is Neuralink.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that was a little, I guess, coincidence, but it's Neuralink. And they're saying they're trying to solve brain and spine problems with a seamlessly implanted device.
Oh.
And they're going to remove a piece of your skull and put the device and it's about the size of a coin, and put that device in your skull. I have to remove it. To get the device, you have to have it like an automated, basically a robot. It has to be automated surgery. A robot has to do it. And supposedly you do not have to be put to sleep. Less than an hour, same day you're leaving. You do not have to be put to sleep. They can connect electrodes to your brain. And they've been working with the FDA hand in hand to make sure that it's safe and secure. All right. They already implanted pigs. And you can see the neurons and electrodes kicking off as the pigs, using the snout and sniffing and stuff, and helping them with their limbs, those that couldn't walk properly or whatever like that.
Okay.
They can measure and predict the idea that you want to do or the movement that you want to make, and that's how they able to get you to do that through this chip, or through this device rather. And they could put up to 2 devices in your skull if you choose to do that. And someone with severe spinal cord injury, they're trying to restore full body motion.
Okay,
that's their goal.
We're not new to like devices being in pacemakers. It's a device that's planted in the heart that makes sure the heart is pumping. So we're not used to devices being implanted in people to help certain functions. I'm not I'm not against anything like that, but I didn't. As far as robots doing it, and that's a little extreme.
He also said that in the future you'll be able to save and replay your memories. So you'll be able to upload it, save it, and you can download it into a new body or into a robot body. How do you feel about that, Jeeah?
No comment. Y'all not getting to my allergies already getting to me. Y'all are not going to stir me up today. Mm-mm.
You have no comment to that?
Elon Musk. Didn't he name his son like a mathematical equation?
Yeah. He said the future is going to be weird.
What is he though? Is he I know he's a tech genius wizard type, but is he like a he created the Tesla, right? Or
I think he adopted the original Nikola Tesla ideas and kind of brought it.
Is he a scientist? Is he a businessman? Like, what
I guess he's a little bit of all of that. He's got stuff in space. He's got this Neuralink. He's got the Tesla, the solar pen. He's a little bit of, don't know where he came from, but he's
weird.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of weird.
Yeah, a lot of weird. Named the child that equation. The way he talks. Just something about him just doesn't sit right with me.
Could he be a robot himself?
He joked and said that he had the chip in him. He said it. He said you wouldn't even know. It makes a little scar. You know, if you have a set of hair, you wouldn't even realize it. And supposedly the chip is, or the device is, you know, just if you decide you don't want it, they can reverse it. Yeah, they can reverse it with ease and so on and so forth. Now, if you're someone that's has an injury, would you be willing to do that surgery, go through that surgery, so you can have the activity of your limbs?
Now, if my heart stopped pumping and I needed a pacemaker and I wanted to live, yeah, I can't live without my heart. I can live without my arm, though. So I'm not sure. I wouldn't want to have to live without my arm, but I'm not sure if I'm going to let y'all put all those things in me. When I want to go home to visit the Lord, I'm going to go either way.
Yeah. So I'm conflicted because, you know, I'm fortunate to not have it, you know, injury like that. So I don't know. I'm not that person in those shoes. But they are going to start running human trials and people that, you know, disabled.
Of course, there's going to be thousands upon thousands of people
volunteering for that. Yeah.
And of course, they're going to compensate them in some type of way.
Most likely, yeah.
Because y'all know the people that have been tested for coronavirus and the vaccines, they got compensated for going through those tests.
Probably. Yeah. We still don't know the long-term effects, so I'm not doing it yet. I'm not doing it at all, actually. I'm not getting vaccinated. No matter what. If I can't go to the basketball game, then I just won't go to the basketball game. I'll watch it at home. As long as they don't mandate it for the grocery store and stuff like that. The essential stuff.
Colleges, over 100 colleges have mandated that in order to come back on campus, you have to be vaccinated.
I think you know how I feel about college anyway, so I would do it. I would do online courses or something like that and get your degree that way. Do you have to live on the campus? You don't go to camp. You don't live on campus.
No, I live around the corner.
Do you feel like you missed out on the college experience?
I did. If I had went when I was supposed to go instead of on somebody's delivery table having a baby, I probably would have pledged, and I definitely would have pledged.
Oh Lord Jesus, okay.
I probably would have pledged and really got the whole experience, but times have changed. I like where I'm at now, and I'm not active on the campus, but I help out when I can, when I see them, like going up in surveys and could you really just monitor? I go watch their little plays, honey. I participate in anything that I can to help the young people.
Okay.
watch all these Shakespearean plays.
And you enjoy yourself there.
I do, and I encourage them.
Okay. All right, that's you. Okay.
It's like being in class with your mother.
With your auntie.
And I'm just there peeling like, go ahead, baby, you got it.
That's Auntie Jeeah. I can imagine, yeah. Auntie Jeeah, yeah. Our class from Auntie.
Oh, and I have good news. I did not share it, but to be honest, we've been so busy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the last courses of my bachelor's degree, and the last 3 courses that I have now is all electives. So
nice. You did all the hard work.
I could have graduated which is in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But because I did a major change, I had to take 3 more electives. So that's fine. But on my final, I was able to educate my teacher on some African American history that she was not aware of, because she made a comment saying, African Americans need to be more celebratory of the Emancipation Proclamation. I said, whoa, no, you don't, Professor. Back it all the way up. She was like, Jeeah, did I say something wrong? Oh, yes, you most definitely did. Did I just hear you say that African Americans need to be more celebratory for the Emancipation Proclamation? Do you understand that only freed the slaves that were in the Confederate Union? Mm-hmm. No, I didn't know that, Miss Susan. I said, yeah, the slaves that were on board, they were still enslaved. And it wasn't until the 13th Amendment. And then after the 13th Amendment, we still were not even considered citizens until the 15th Amendment. She was like, oh, wow. So she took my comments and she implemented them into the final writing for the semester. And so now all 80 of her students have to reply to my teachings.
Wow, that's good for you.
And it says, please write on Najeeah's comments in the class regarding the Emancipation Proclamation and African. I was just like, and she posted it to the King website, to everything. So I was very excited.
That's how you make change, right? Like that. You speak up, and look at that. That's dope.
We all still have to be teachable, because she was like, I've been teaching for 30 years, and I just thought that after the Emancipation Proclamation, you guys were all free. I said, no, pumpkin. We were not.
At least I credit her for admitting, like, she didn't know. She didn't know.
Yeah. So we don't have to thank Abraham Lincoln for nothing. He just was tired of losing in the army. He was like, if y'all, listen, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all be free. But when y'all get free, join so that we can beat the southern states. That's what that was about now.
Yep.
But so.
Wow.
We make a move.
Yeah. It's sad that people don't know the history, though, and they've been teaching or they go through life like, we should be more grateful for. Yeah. And it's like, nah, you really don't know the struggle, man.
We still weren't even considered citizens until 68, 65, 68.
Can vote. They put all these laws, the whole thing. So.
And the Emancipation Proclamation was in late 62, 63. So 5 years later, you're African American. Now you're considered a citizen.
Now you're considered a human. Yeah.
Girl, bye. But thank you.
She took that humbly when you.
She did.
Okay.
She did. And the students that usually would chime in, honey, I was waiting for. You know me. Locked and loaded. Who want to come? She even told them, can you guys Google it just to make sure?
Okay. So now they got to talk about it in there.
Now they got to write about it. And so they having a field day this weekend doing their 20-page paper on what I had to enlighten there. And they was like, couldn't she just leave us alone?
No.
Now they got to write 20 pages about it. You're welcome.
Yep. All right. So let's go into the topic of the day, which was I had brought up to you last week.
Yes.
And somehow, not somehow, but that next day or the day after, someone hit me up.
Okay.
And was like, yo, got a topic for you. I'm like, what's up? And they just, kind of vented, man, and opened up to me about things that they were dealing with and going through.
Share. Share.
So I'm not gonna, put.
You ain't got to tell a person name. I don't know their name, but I would like to know. Because I need to give an unbiased opinion or a perspective.
Right.
It's a male.
Darn.
Number one. It's always the men. Go ahead. Because I want him to put his foot in his mouth. Because I'm ready today. My allergies been beating me up all week. I'm going to beat somebody up today.
I think you will actually side with him. To be honest. I think you will side with him on this one. So I didn't want to put it out there because I don't know if they watch or whatever. The point is, so
stop covering. Just give a little bit of backstory. He DM'd you for something, and you should have DM'd me because Marquise won't cover you. I just need to know what happened. You DM'd Marquise for a reason because the Millennial Minded podcast is with Marquise and Jeeah.
I mean, we grew up together, sort of.
I don't care. We're talking about it now. Well, we were going to talk about this regardless.
Yes. So we were going to talk about this regardless. But just so happened this happened. He opened up to me. He said, "Yo, man." Basically, he was cheated on. Right.
Oh, I thought that he would be the cheater. Oh, sorry, baby. Go ahead.
So it's like, how do you? So the topic that we were going to bring up anyway is called respectful cheating.
Respectfully cheating.
Respectfully
it's been making its rounds around, and I'm glad we gonna get into it today.
Okay, because I think you had an opinion that shocked me actually about respectful cheating. That I didn't think, but yeah, we'll get to that. So cheated on. Lady has a family, has kids, and he's kind of playing that role and doing this thing, and she, from what he was telling me, like she does not, there's a little disrespect going on.
Okay.
On the way that she treats him, and he's been consistent. He's been faithful, and he's kind of like, yo, how do you bounce back from that? Because everything that that happens now. Maybe she goes out, or the person, is like triggering for him. Like the trust is there. You go. The trust is broken. Mm-hmm. So he's asking, like, how do you, what wisdom?
What did you give him? Because what did you tell him? Because he asked you. I would like to know what did you enlighten this brother on?
I just asked questions, and he opened up, and when things were coming out, I'm like, yo, it doesn't look like doesn't respect you. It looks like taking advantage of you, and he could see that. He agreed. Mm-hmm. Do you want to make it work?
Oh, okay.
Do you want to stick with it, make it work? But you got to set some limits.
Okay.
That person can't do this and this with this person, or be around that person, or you got to set some limits. She's got to kind of earn your trust back.
Yes, I agree.
And she wasn't willing to do that.
She wasn't willing to
do that.
Wow.
It was said something like, I remember correctly, this is my friend, and if you don't like it, you can leave.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, if she's saying that, she's not even willing, trying to, knowing she's wrong, and
wow.
I don't think that I would stay. If you want to make it work, it's going to be tough. But
wow. And he's at the point where he wants to make it work?
He still wants to make it work.
Okay.
It's kind of like he's in love with the idea of love in a relationship.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem like that person.
So you're a hopeless romantic. So let me shoot some reality to you, bro. If she makes you easily dispensable, it's time for you to go. At no point can a woman, no matter how much she loves you, how much a man loves you, can tell you this is what it is. Unless it's with her kids,
right? Okay.
Unless you're talking about her kids, where she say these are my kids and this is what it is. If you don't like it, you can go. Mm-hmm. But if she makes you so easily dispensable, you are at her mercy. And what happens when you are at people's mercy, they get to play however they want to play. She gonna fiddle you, and she gonna do just enough to drive you crazy. And there is no amount of love that's worth your feelings being subject to this woman. Now, she ain't Beyonce and she ain't Jennifer Lopez, and Jennifer Lopez can't even hold a man. So
she's back with Ben Affleck. Well, there was okay. Exactly. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Even the most beautiful women in the world can't even hold a man. She need to go be with who she want to be, and she need to let you find a woman that's going to appreciate you for who you are. You do not deserve this, and if she already got kids and you helping her out with her kids. Honey, she don't value you. You're convenient for her.
That's what I said. She doesn't value you.
I mean, you're you're reliable. Mm-hmm.
Hard worker. Honest. Yeah. Making good money too.
On paper. You look good on paper, but there's something about you that does not satisfy everything in her that will make her go out into a man. So, but that's not on you.
Right.
That is on her. And what she is doing, she's disrespectfully cheating, because if she loved you enough, you wouldn't have found out about the front.
Okay. That's in a nutshell kind of what I said, but I love your fervor when you said it. So I don't know what he's gonna do, but he asked me to bring it up.
Oh, he gonna leave. You gonna leave because Marquise gonna give me your name and your number. We gonna get you out of that pumpkin. You are in a get out movie. It's time to get out. She let her go be great with her kids and her new man, but you will find someone. You don't deserve that. And you, how old is he?
I guess my age. Yeah, 32,
White,
33.
black?
Spanish.
I could do a poppy. 32. Oh no, he a baby. I'll find you somebody.
Wait, you just
I'll find you somebody though.
Did you just go out with a joke and that was a baby?
He was 26.
so my boy, he's older. Make $110,000 a year.
I don't care how much he make. That man don't. He ain't. You are not. That's not who you are. How much you make. But I think that's what she's thinking of you. And if she was smart, she would.
She would hold on to you.
Smart woman, she would hold on to her.
Yeah.
But it's going to be when you leave that she realizes, and you got to be strong enough. Don't go back.
Don't go back.
Not to go back, because we always think the grass is greener on the other side. Now, when you leave and she realizes what she has missed and what she is going to get from the opposite, because a man is only going to treat you. If she thinks she's going to make that side man a main man, he's so used to being the side man, she going to find out she going to be made the side woman, because men are comfortable where they at. And when you try to push them, she pushing you away to get him in, it's not going to work out well for her. But you got to be strong enough to, when she realizes that, you have already moved on.
And what happens if she's blames that the disrespect?
It's the default
on
it's projection. It's projection. I take it off of me and I put it on you. And the reason why people treat
wait. Okay, so she's not. I don't know if she's doing that, but it's like influences or alcohol or hanging with my friend, and this
easier to blame alcohol.
Okay. So I'm like, bro, you see all. Listen to what Jeeah is saying. I say, but at the end of the day, you're a grown man. To each his own. I can't tell you what to do. I didn't even want to say I don't think you should. I just but I think I did say that anyway. Like, I don't think you should.
I don't think she's worth it.
Yeah, I don't think she's sticking around.
From me, and I love women. I'm a feminist at heart. I love women, but no woman is worth it. And that's I'm equal on both sides. A woman is not worth doing that, and neither is a man. But she is not. You definitely deserve better than that.
So they're doing like a little. They had already planned a rendezvous or a getaway. And I guess you don't want to cancel that. You pay money and all that stuff, but I don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, listen, if you want to stay, then let me make a suggestion, and this goes against everything that I'm told that I'm against.
Okay, let's hear this. Please do. Enlighten us.
Treat her with the same respect she's been treating you with. How about that?
That's not
How about that? So now you come back up a little bit and say, okay, yeah, we still gonna go on the rendezvous, but I'm gonna continue to explore my options. Maybe I'm gonna get out there and see what's around, because clearly that's what she's doing.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to start and bring the relationship to a more casual relationship, then do that. We'll see each other casually, and you go and see other people. There's nothing wrong with dating around, long as y'all have a conversation of, we're not in a monogamous relationship or not. But if we're gonna be casual,
we're gonna pivot to that.
You
okay.
Go ahead and be casual, pumpkin, and you explore other options.
Okay, now if he wants to be in a monogamous relationship and with this same person, if he wants to stick around with her, do you have any advice for him to like get over the betrayal and then the trust issues going forward?
So in order to get over the betrayal and trust, that's going to take time. She's again going to have to prove herself that she's worthy.
And she's not even doing that.
And she's not doing that now. So don't expect, you can't expect overnight change. But she should start to be accountable for some things. At least take your feelings into consideration.
You know what?
She can't even take your feelings into consideration without blaming other people and other resources and other objects and other things, then that's not a healthy start, because you can come back from cheating. Mm-hmm. There's people that cheat every day that live happily lives, and
we're gonna
it's
talk
not
about that.
Something that marriages are always dissolved over. You can come back from cheating. Mm-hmm. Trust is going to be earned, and it's not going to be overnight. But what has she's going to have to implement something that shows that.
And she's not. I remember him saying like, "Yo." I would say like, just like, let me know when you get home. All right. I mean, I don't like that you're doing this tonight, and it doesn't sit well with me. Mm-hmm. You're still gonna do it anyway. Just let me know you made it back home. Nothing all night. Nothing.
Me as a woman, there is no way for me to love a man the way I intend on loving my man. For him to tell me, Jeeah, even if you just call, I wouldn't even put him through that if I loved him that much. That you wouldn't have to have a conversation like that with a woman who truly loved you. It would never come out your mouth.
So I hope you, if you're watching, listening, we brought it up like as you asked.
Go on your rendezvous. Don't lose your
money.
Have your fun.
I think I would have canceled. I think I would have rescheduled.
You only take somebody else. It only costs $30 to change the name on the ticket. Change the name on the ticket.
Yeah, that's even better idea.
Leave her with her kids and her side man.
Yes, that's even better. Instead of canceling, I would have did that.
Take your mama. Your mama ain't been out in a while. Take your mama, make her feel good.
Yeah. That's for Mother's Day coming up, right? Yeah, I don't know if he. I'll talk to him. I don't know if he left or not yet, but yeah, man.
It's a possibility that heifer is living large off of his dollar, drinking sangrias on the beach right now.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
Don't feel bad for him. Men usually recoup well. It's the women that always get the
I guess
part of it.
I guess so, but no, that's true. Rather,
no, men bounce back on. He'll be back in a week. Men bounce
not
back quick.
The way that the brother was speaking to me. It really, it wasn't like I could bounce back soon.
Oh, so he's a broken man. So now it's going to be a woman like me that encounters this man, this woman. broke him so much. You going to come into a good woman, and you ain't going to know how to accept and get that love from her because you've been broken. Don't let this woman break you down so much that the next woman going to have to do a whole bunch of restoring and healing.
Yeah, and work and trusting.
Don't put all that work on your next woman. Cut that off now so that you can be a whole healthy man for the woman that deserves you.
Well said. So
I feel like I need to take up her offer. You took her on vacation. Drop some money into Millennium Minded
or Cash App Diva G. We'll put the Cash App link in there. Well said. So let's kind of pivot. So you said something about having that conversation. Like, all right, they want to be a monogamous, don't want to do that. We can be more casual.
Yeah.
So I know what's the name? Jada's Willow Smith. Talking about, I forgot the word, poly something.
Amorous poly.
Yeah, there we go. That she's that. And she's like, I don't even have as much sex as my other friends that are, in a monogamous relationship. Mm-hmm. They have more sex. I'm the least in my group that have sex, but I, whatever, 2 men or whatever the case may be, it's her limit. 2 men, but she's open. It's like an open thing and consent, and the conversations are being had. Mm-hmm. Would you be into something like that?
Well, why would you ask me that? You know good darn well.
Well, all right. As it relates to respectful cheating, do you prefer respectful cheating? So
polyamorous, it just means what I want vagina one day and something.
I want apples and oranges.
Yes.
Okay.
The next day. That's all that means is that I'm not conformed to just one
for the rest of the life.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's go to respectful cheating. So the old school mentality is like, as long as
home is taken care of.
Yeah, home is taken care of, and he don't bring that here. He come home to me every night.
That's the old school mentality. It worked for them 50 years ago. We ain't having it nowadays. The old school men used to have complete families on the other side of town.
Wow.
On the other side of the neighborhood in another state, and you knew nothing about it until it was time to go to their funeral. And all the kids was like, "Oh yeah, that was my father too."
Oh shoot!
It wasn't that it was uncommon, but nowadays y'all not letting these men live. Y'all letting their wives know. No, he got 2 here, 2 there. I'm across the street.
You let them. Wow. Okay. So are you?
That was respectful treating, though, wasn't it?
I would say that is. Yeah. You didn't bring nothing home.
Yeah.
No women coming up to the house doing nothing. Nah, everything's good.
The kids only came to find their father when they were adults. You ain't have people dropping their kids off at your house and then they 3 years
but do you spend time with your other kids? Like, all right, so you have a family. This is home. This is wife. Mm-hmm. You got another set of kids over there. You spend no time with them?
Not no time, because usually they know who their father is. But a lot of people that had separate families knew that there was like a dominant or primary family. So it's like back in the day, you heard stories of, yeah, that's your brother, that's your sister, but you don't say anything. You don't.
They let that happen?
Of course, the side family.
That's what I'm saying. The side family yeah.
Not always, but it was common. It was common.
I can't see no women doing that now.
Of course not now. Because we all on Facebook and on Instagram with our families. As soon as that side chick see you popped up with your princess with her ballerina dress on, she gonna be in your baby mother DMs like, oh, let me show you the picture of him with our princess from 3 weeks ago. Oh, he was at my son basketball game.
Shoot.
They're not having that. That's because people starting to expose their families more. So the more you put out about yourself, if you're not honest, you get the backlash of it. So unless you have those issues, you don't have nothing to worry about. But
so if you
take a picture with your wife and you think your side chick she gonna screenshot that picture and gonna harass the hell out that woman. She gonna let her know that that's our man. Tell me what I told her. I
know he loves me too. So, okay, so primary family, other's family, kid has a basketball game. You don't bring your primary children to meet the other children?
Absolutely not.
Oh man, that's tough. That is
absolutely not.
All right, so
you keep them separate so that you can have the life that you want. Because there's a reason why he wanted a life. It's not married men or men that's in monogamous relationships. It's not like they lose love for their wives or their girlfriends or whatnot. It's just something in them that they kind of want. He loves Sheila too.
He loves Sheila too. I love oranges and apples too.
I've had a conversation with a married woman that dealt with infidelity, and she was so honest. She was like, listen, Jeeah, what are you talking about? You talking nonsense. My husband loved her. He cried when she left.
Oh,
my husband, and I was sitting back shocked, and she was so transparent. It was like, no, why we get the notion thinking that she was just somebody that he played around with? No, he loved her.
Yeah.
He had some type of feelings, and when she broke it off with him, or when she, she exposed him, he was hurt. He was devastated. And it's just like, they're not always playing with these women. They are actually in relationships with these other women. And that is not respectfully cheating.
Okay. So are you a fan of respectful cheating? Because you gave me some answers. I said, wait a minute.
I wouldn't say I'm a fan of it, but I respect a man or a woman more, to where if you do cheat, or if you do have I don't want to say a different lifestyle. If you do cheat, or you have other people that you are in relationships with, or in friendships or situationships with.
Right. What's the word? Entanglements
with. If you love Jeeah enough, Jeeah won't know that they exist on this side of the earth. I ain't never heard her name. I ain't never seen her face. I never got a DM. And it's kind of like, I'm not agreeing with it, but I understand that it takes a certain type of man to be able to do it respectfully, so that his woman does not find out about it.
Okay.
I don't want to say that, because usually all men cheat, but usually all men cheat.
We have cheated, yes. We do cheat.
Women cheat too, but there's some women just do it better. Like, y'all would never know.
That's the crux of
Our
it.
Emotions just get the best of us, and we'll just come out. You can never get a woman to tell on herself. She ain't gonna ever. Nope, I ain't do it. You caught me. Was I bent over? Then I ain't do it.
I know women that will take it to the grave, bro.
Men, we can break you so easily.
Yes.
I'm not gonna be mad. Just
Okay, I did
just
it.
lay the cards on the table. Just let me know. If you let me know, I know how to deal with it. And when I know how to deal with it, let's just move on. But at least I just gotta know. And y'all dumbasses come and say, "Well, yeah."
Yeah, I did it. I've been in that conversation. I've been there.
You've been there?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did it.
I would love to be a fly on that wall.
So, wow. Okay. So, yeah, that's the part that pains me. It's like, yo, women can do it so much better.
We ain't gonna ever tell ourselves. We don't even tell Jesus. Jesus like, Jeeah, I know you did it. I'm like, Jesus. That was Fisa. That was my twin sister. That wasn't me, Jesus. We ain't telling a soul.
A soul.
If I want to expose you, I'm telling the world.
Right.
But if I want to keep that with me until I go, I'm keeping that with me until I go. And most women will.
Yo, for real. Yeah. I've lived through that too. And like, so my dad always told me, yo, if you want to keep a secret, you don't tell nobody. The minute you tell somebody, that secret is no longer a secret, because that person tells their best friend, and that person tells their best friend, so forth. You take it to the grave. And I remember my old pastor telling me that, yo, there's some stuff you just got to take with you to the grave. You don't share it.
I heard a pastor say, listen, whatever I did in my past, y'all won't know because everybody done died.
Exactly. No one to tell it.
I don't have no witnesses.
No witnesses to tell nothing.
No face, no case.
Okay.
So you agree with respectfully cheating?
I believe if you're going to cheat, yeah, do it that way.
Keep it out of your home.
Keep it out the home. Keep it out. I don't want to cheat.
No.
You know what I mean? You don't want to do that because you want to have a trusting relationship that, every little thing doesn't trigger the person, or you can have that open thing about it. But if you did or do, yeah, respectfully.
Now, I did see earlier this week, I think on Iyanla, she was on the Breakfast Club, and she brought up a good topic about cheating. And what she said, this is not me saying it, but I'm just reiterating what she said. And she said she believed in like contracts was broken. So it would be like you can't call me a cheater if we didn't agree that we were going to be in a monogamous relationship. So how did we start this relationship off? Did we start the relationship off with saying we're going to be exclusive to one another? Because there's people in relationships now that don't know that they're in an exclusive relationship or not, because y'all haven't had the conversation. So she said, when we start in relationships, we should automatically say to our significant others, going from this point forward, it's just going to be me and you, or from this point forward, but those we tiptoe around it, and we just have the expectation that we're in a monogamous relationship.
I figured that's like because it is the norm, a monogamous relationship. So I figured most people understand, like, if we're committed to each other, all right, it's just us. Like, you don't need to have that conversation.
Nowadays you do.
I was just about to say that, but I can see, because now everyone's in open relationships and everyone's exploring and everyone's doing what they're doing.
Weighing their options. I'm weighing my options at the moment. Yeah,
so I can see that conversation is probably essential to have in 2021 going forward.
Like how I've been, I don't meet men, but how I've been meeting people, I let them know automatically, well, I'm trying to see who's the best fit for me. So, like, if you see me having a cup of coffee, you can't expose me, honey.
Right.
And say, no, because I'm letting you know, I'm at the point where I need to date around to see who is the best fit for me. But that's a conversation that I haven't had a man say that to me.
No,
y'all Negroes won't say nothing, and I see y'all right at Taco Bell. Y'all won't say nothing, but I'll say, listen, I'm dating around. I want to see who is the best fit for me, or I'll talk to a couple of different people. It's not often, but I haven't been in an exclusive relationship, and when I get to that one person that I want, and we gonna make it clear off bat,
exclusive.
Jeeah and Jesus.
That's it.
Anybody outside of Jeeah and Jesus, we're going to have an issue with.
Okay, so no open relationships for you.
God, no.
Okay. And if it's cheating, it's got to be respectful cheating.
It ain't going to be no cheating. I mean, I just put that out there hypothetically. That does not.
Why does it, if people could cheat on Halle Berry, why can they cheat on Diva Jeeah?
Halle Berry is different from Diva Jeeah.
Okay, you're right. If people could cheat on Beyonce, why would they cheat on Diva Jeeah?
I think Jay-Z was so intimidated by his wife's success that he needed a woman. That this is totally unrelated. That he needed a woman to where it was just like, it wasn't all about like, he's Beyonce, because he started to become Beyonce's husband, not Jay-Z. And I think he was because there's
that's possible, the male ego and
what people are looking for. And again, when people cheat, it's usually not about the person. The person that's being cheated on, is about the person that needs to fulfill whatever they have 100%, in them.
100%.
And they're looking for that in other people. And I think I would be well-rounded enough to give my man everything he needs in me.
Okay.
But if I cannot...
Right, because it's like you just said, it is not you.
It's not, I'm not.
You're checking off all the boxes, you're meeting all those needs and requirements, but I has this whatever issue.
He has something in him that he need to go to Sheila for a couple of hours a week.
Maybelline, right?
Whoever he need to go to. Mm-hmm. So now what am I going to do with that? Because now the ball is in my court. Like, okay, I don't know what Sheila got. I'm not about to ask about Sheila. I don't know what Sheila fulfilling. Mm-hmm. But I know it's something in you. So you figure out what you need to figure out with Sheila, and you leave me to be with somebody that only needs me. Because we can't be, not at my age, I ain't playing games. And, everything about a woman don't make you the prize. Just because I cook and keep a clean house and I'm educated, smart, and beautiful don't mean that I'm going to be the world's greatest.
That's a lot of characteristics you just leave.
I think that's more. Okay. Do we have time? Come for me not on this Saturday morning. I can list more.
That was a good. Okay,
but that don't mean that I'm going to make the perfect wife for somebody. I know it's going to take work, but I'm not going to be totally walking on eggshells to make sure I'm fulfilling everything about this man so that he don't need anything for another woman.
It'll be impossible. It'll be
impossible,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it's impossible.
Have you ever been like cheated on?
Man,
cheated on. I know you said you had some issues, but have you ever been cheated? You don't know the effects of being cheated on as a man?
I know the effects of being dishonest. Yes, I have been cheated on. Yeah.
Oh.
I was about to say, yeah. I have been cheated on.
How did you deal with that? Did you stay or did you leave or did you reconcile?
I was doing the same thing.
Oh! So you can play that game. This the wonderful over here. Two can play that game. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what we doing?
Which is petty, not right. It was... Yeah, so something lacking in me to go ahead and do that or try to get even or whatever the case was.
Why she was cheating? Or was it
probably it was probably a little bit of all that, all in the third, and yeah, we zoom in each other.
Wow!
So
I was cheated. I definitely been cheated on. That girl came to my job, but this was years ago.
See, yeah. I can't. Why would a girl? I get it.
Worked right around the corner. She came to my job, and when I got off my break, I came right to her job.
See why? Y'all had a meeting.
We was young,
right?
We was young.
Y'all had a meeting. Y'all talked, and
I knew he was cheating though because I heard he had like 2 phones. I heard him on the house phone, and I could have swore he said, "Okay, babe, I love you," and hung up the phone, and I was like, "Oh." On the phone. Okay.
Oh God, why he do that? That's not respectful cheating.
That is not respectful cheating. But again, we were young, and I thought that I was hit. Y'all could make us look like we were really.
That is true.
That's the worst thing about men.
That's true.
Y'all make us think.
Y'all are worse though. Y'all are worse.
I thought that I was hearing. I knew what I heard.
And he was like, "Nah, you didn't. Like, no, you didn't hear that." I've done that too.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. And my subconscious like, bitch.
But again, y'all are worse because if y'all do it, we'll never know. We'll never know.
You cheat respect.
We'll never know.
Until the baby ain't yours.
Yeah.
Until we on Maury running 3 miles to get away from the camera. That's, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah.
Older men used to school me like, yo, a woman can sleep with you in the morning, sleep with this person in the afternoon, and when you come home at night, thing is still wet, still tight, still. You'll never know that this joker was inside it. A little different for us. So, yeah, we're wrong for like making y'all look stupid and making y'all think, no, this is not happening. But even though it's right in your face and it's happening, but y'all are better than us when it comes to that. We'll never know.
We're better than men in almost every aspect of life, but we're not going to get into it. But cheating is one that y'all can't play with us with.
So y'all got that down pat. Y'all will take it to the grave for real.
We take it to the grave, and we'll have you more mad at the man when you find out.
Yo, my boy. Who was it? In a different country, caught his wife in the act. Threw the guy out the house. The wife begged him not to leave. And he said, well, when I saw her bending over and begging me, I said, all right, well, let me get her one more time. It's like, then he stayed with her because of that asset that she possessed and did her right after caught her cheating.
Wow.
And eventually broke up.
There's something lacking in that, man, because usually men don't like to share.
No,
men don't like to share. When they have something that's theirs, they kind of want it, and because they are naturally competitive.
You just said something.
Come on, where I allude to because when he have Jeeah, he gonna know. I don't want Jeeah with I ain't gonna even be able to do a podcast on some Saturday. My husband said, I can't come, Marquis. He ain't gonna want Jeeah to go men, when it's theirs, they take pride in it. They take care of it. It's their possession.
Yeah.
They are proud of it. They take care of home. They're gonna let you know that they're gonna make you feel the way you need to feel. And it feel good for the time being, ladies. Until we find out that the sister around the corner was feeling the same darn old thing. But you can't take away that feeling that I originally felt. And the fact that I still want that feeling, okay, I'll forgive you this time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll forgive you because I still have that, you still take care of home, you still take care of me, I still love you, we're trying to be committed, you're working out some things, people come back from infidelity.
They have.
But I still know 60 and 70-year-old men that cheat. So it's just like,
me too. Me too.
It's not just the 20-year-olds, girls. It's not just the 20. It's not millennials. It's baby boomers out here. They out here with Sheila and them and Marianne at the IHOP 6:00 in the morning.
At the country club. Yeah. They for real. Yo, I won't even say who said it, but another, I would say, wise man said, they're only yours. Because you just mentioned, we take care of our possession, ownership. We don't want to share and all that stuff. And I was always told, and I don't agree with this.
Okay.
I don't like it, but when the stuff that I went through and stuff that I've seen, it made me realize, like, they're really not yours. They're only yours when you're there with them. In bed. Once they leave your presence, they are no longer yours. They're no longer yours. They can do whatever, and you'll never know. And I used to trip me out. I hated hearing that, but I've seen it. Like, and I've been a part of it. Like, I'm with you, but then when I leave, I'm no longer yours.
That's untrue. I disagree.
I disagree too.
Oh,
I didn't like it, but I understand.
Saw the reality
I saw the reality of it. And why? Yes,
slapped you in your face, huh?
Plenty of times.
Oh no.
On both sides, myself and
the other.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But my husband will know that once you playing basketball, you still mine. You at work, you still mine. Like, no, But that's going to take work. But sorry.
It happens. This is life. This is life, and people do bounce back from it. It can be done. It's a lot of work. Limits have to be set. You got to put in the work. And if, like the person we were just talking about, if they're not even willing to do that, leave. Cut ties. I know the feeling was good, and there's a lot of attachment there, and spiritual transactions happen. But cut ties, and you'll be all right. You were good without them. You'll be all right without them again. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we're yeah.
If you want to just have casual relationships, just let that, because I think for me, just before we end, for me, what tells me I'm in a monogamous relationship, and y'all can chime in if y'all want, the moment that we start having like unprotected sex, I have every right to know what you're doing. I have every right to know who you're with, because it's, we've moved into a different chapter. Yeah. So if you're not in a chapter to where y'all still having, protected sex, and y'all casually,
whoa, wait a minute.
No, y'all casually dating. I'm not saying in a serious relationship, but you're casually dating.
Okay.
You're having protective sex, but when you take that condom off,
even though y'all were casually, because you could be casually dating, but you still take the condom off because you want to feel. You still want to feel. You
don't take that off casually with anybody, because now y'all into a different contract, as Ayala will say. We've into you playing with my life. Does
Ayala fix it?
Yeah, she usually don't fix nothing.
I was about to say, I agree with you on that one. I agree.
Families leave more broken than they do, but that, she does give good advice.
Never mind. I ain't gonna even go there. So do the prosperity gospel preachers. They give good advice sometimes too. Anyway, okay, so don't cheat. But if you do, do it respectfully.
I'm not co-signing on that, but go ahead, Marquis.
If you do it respectfully, but don't cheat. Right? Don't cheat. We're both no for open relationships, right?
That's a hard no for you.
That's a hell no for you. Okay. And we hope that we was able to give some advice for my brother, a good friend of mine. And I hope you heed the words of Diva Jeeah and take it to heart. And we both believe you can do better than what you're finding yourself in right now.
See, I'm petty. I would do stuff like, send me a picture. How she look? Let me see her on her best dress day. Let me see her on her, and I'll be like, oh, her shoes don't even matter. If you don't find you somebody else, her shoes don't even, she got on kitten heels. Her nail polish is chipped. I will find every flaw in you. You will hate that woman by the time that happened with
He might need that to help him get over that. Because he's in that, idea of love. But he could do better.
I don't want anybody to be so hopelessly in love with me that they don't see the realities that they would lose themselves trying to please me, loving me. If I can't reciprocate what a man, this is why that 26-year-old, I just like, all right, hi, bye. Like, and then if we can't reciprocate it, I would never want something.
What happens if? What happens if you're the one pouring out and you're not getting the reciprocation that you would want?
Yeah, you can't run me dry. A well needs to be replenished. You got the rain in me. So a well needs to be replenished, because what am I going off of?
Lord Jesus.
Be your biggest asset.
Okay.
Jesus pouring into me just to pour into you.
Hey, that's what the preachers do. They get poured. Lord is.
That's why we talk about him the way we do now. We over that nonsense.
Okay, we're just curious what you felt, what you thought. Reciprocation is a big thing. I remember hearing that word a lot. You don't reciprocate. You don't reciprocate. You don't do.
You wouldn't reciprocate?
Yeah.
How? Before we leave, with a minute left, you're a selfish lover.
Oh, that was never.
Yes, you are.
I was never a selfish lover. That is a lie. That's a lie for the pit of hell. Never been a selfish lover.
You said I heard that a lot.
From one person, but because of cheating, not committing, and I stood for this, and I need you to do the same thing for me now.
Okay,
that's all. Nothing about selfish loving.
Sacrifice. I ain't talking about loving.
Oh.
Seems like she loved you a little bit more than you loved her.
No, at the time, no.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
She might agree with you on that. She might. I don't think that was true, but okay. Listen, thank you for tuning in to the Millennium Minded Podcast. What, you want to add something else?
Nope. I'm going to end it right there.
Thank you for tuning in to the Millennium Minded Podcast. I am not selfish. Or those days are over. I'm not as selfish if I was. Okay, how about that?